Hi, this is Derek Tsai from LearnByBlogging.com. It's been a while since I produced a video, and hope everybody is doing well in this crazy time of COVID-19. And I have since made a lot of changes in my personal life. I joined a startup company. I have very little time to do video, and I've also moved to a different house, and that gave me a lot of workload and getting familiar with my new environment and all that. But I'm back. I might do some more videos in the future, only when there's something that's useful. And today I'm doing a video on how to trap annoying animal critters in the backyard. And in this case, is turned out to be a squirrel. And if your home is infested with a lot of squirrels, you might want to look at the video and learn how to catch them and release them into somebody's neighborhood or wilderness, nature, or where they belong. Okay, and hope you enjoy the video. So the first thing is that the problem statement is that they've been digging holes everywhere. If you look at the squirrel here, they've been digging holes under the fence and digging holes under the cement, the concrete, and making all kinds of issues for us. And we don't want to keep going with this. And you can tell that he's very proficient in digging holes. This is one of them. And turns out there are multiple squirrels, not just one, of course. It's probably a whole family of them. And they've been using this tunnel they've been digging the tunnels under the fence, going in and out of the yard. You can see the squirrel is actually staring at the camera. I have a special motion sensor camera that get triggered when there's a motion, and to record all the motion, all the activities. At first I thought it was some kind of rabbit or something, and sure enough, when I look at the video, it's definitely there are squirrels. And I have 2 oak trees in the back, and there have been I think there's a lot of acorns there. There have been feasting on the trees, acorn. So you can see the squirrels is having a lot of fun. What I do is I put a trap out there just to get them familiar with the trap. I was initially trying to trap them. I know they're too smart to be going into the trap. So what I did is I put leave the trap open and let them kind of get familiar with the trap. So you can see this particular squirrel was just checking things out, and he's just jumping up and down and surveying the whole area. Okay, and sometimes he would come close to the camera and stare at the camera, being very curious. The squirrels are incredibly smart, a lot smarter than we give them credit for. And you can see that they're very careful when it comes to going to a very narrow place. This one just came out and just checking things out. What is that? The trap door. Just looking at the trap door, looking at the all kinds of the bait inside. Initially, I was trying different type of bait, and I used peanuts in the beginning, which is not a great attraction for them. So I've been experimenting with the different type of bait, and the one bait that they are very, very interested is the walnut. So you can see here. What I did is I spray all the different raw walnut in the front, just kind of get them familiar with kind of feed them a little bit. I actually disarmed the trap door so they can go in and out and eat all the walnut they want, so they can lower their defense. Over here, these are multiple. They just keep grabbing the nuts one after another. I think they're still very careful at this stage. They just keep going and eating one at a time. In the beginning, they would just grab one and run right away back to their their nest. And more and more, they just lower the defense and just starting to eat, even inside, looking at the grab it from inside the trap, and they were just eating in front of the trap. So they are getting really lower their defense here, as you can see, and stare at the camera, looking at the camera. And as you can see, they're also very there's multiple. I have like 5 or 6 of them walnuts in the front, and I have some walnuts inside the cage. So eventually they grab one after another, and I'm probably going to speed up this process here. And yeah, they just have a field days and like a walnut buffet there. Okay. Now at this stage, once they get familiar with the walnut and the very friendly or lower the defense on the trap, I'm ready to arm the trap. So I remove the lock on the trap and starting to see them come closer and closer. Here they are. They really enjoy the walnut for some reason. I guess it's very similar to acorn. Okay, and right at this moment here, there's still one of the things I did is they are very smart. They try not to go into the walnut, go into the trap, and they try to shake the cage all the way. They're trying to because the walnut is inside, very deep inside, and they were trying to shake the cage to eat it from outside. So at this moment, what I did is I glued the walnut down to a piece of paper that so that when they shake the cage, they will not come loose, and they will have to go inside the cage to eat the walnut. As you notice that they were just curious, they were just trying to eat it from outside and trying to grab it from outside. And having the walnut glue, hot glue into the paper helps a lot. And as you can see, this it took about several weeks from the beginning when I was surveying, trying to find out what animal, starting from September, and then you can see right now they fall into the trap. That's when after they lower the defense, and then so I thought it was done. So we let them go. You can see this particular squirrel would just, as soon as you open the door, it would just run first thing that would run to a tree, and that's their instinct. As far as possible, I would let them go in the park somewhere, far away from the house. And I thought maybe that was it. Then sure enough, there's another. We found a hole is still there. There's some squirrels still digging, and this is the reason why we have to arm again to create another trap. And this particular squirrel was pretty smart and
ready.
And eventually, but it still go inside and get caught in the trap. And this is within the same day that it happened. So we let him go at night to a different park. And a lot of time you thought you were catching the squirrel, but there's something that comes in the way. That there's a couple birds been eating around that area as well, and I think they're attracted to the nuts, and so they're kind of walking around and eating off the soil. Don't know why, and one of the bird eventually got in and got himself trapped. But this one's easy because he just stayed there and didn't make a whole lot of noise. Normally when I don't know if they are trapped until they make a lot of noise around the cages. So this one here, we just let him go. And this third squirrel happened probably within a few days after that. We trapped another one. So in summary, the first thing you want to do is to survey what kind of animals are to create the problem for you, the problem statement. And then you pick the right baits. You need to find out what kind of baits that they're willing to latch onto. And then you're trying to see if they're smart enough to go into the trap right away. If not, then you might want to try to lower the defense by disarming the trap with a lot of baits around, get them familiar with the trap, and lower the defense. And after a while, when they are comfortable eating in front or inside the cage, that's time you can arm the trap. And of course, after you catch the animal, you don't want to harm them. You want to let them go or give to the animal shelters or let them out in the wilderness somewhere that doesn't get in your way. So hope that helps, and I'll see you next time. Bye now.